Good morning, everyone. My name is Kanika Vesh, and it is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Shantanu Moitra. Mr. Moitra is a distinguished Indian composer who has directed scores for films like Parinita and my personal favorites, Lage Raho Munna Bhai and Three Idiots. He has also composed two of his own albums sung by Indian classical singer Shubha Mudgal. Mr. Moitra was always surrounded by music. His father had come from a musical family, and additionally, Mr. Moitra was the singer in his school band. He made history by hosting the school's first ever rock concert. He notes that his most memorable experience was receiving an award for his musical contributions to his school. It instilled huge confidence in me, he remembers. 11 years ago, he moved to Mumbai to work on his first signed film and teamed up with notable lyricist Swanand Kirkare. His work became so widely appreciated that in 2005 he won the Filmfare R.D. Burman Award for New Music Talent. His score for Antihin also won 4 national awards in 2009, and of course, Three Idiots is possibly his most critically acclaimed and celebrated score of all. He recently won a Bronze Lion at the Cannes Film Festival for Best Music in an Advertisement. Clearly, he has quite the story to tell. Today, he'll be discussing experiences of sharing music and audio recordings with the rest of the world, and his mission to support cultural diversity and appreciation through documentation and preservation of music. So without further ado, please give a warm welcome to the creative, multi-talented Mr. Shantanu Moitra.
Thanks. Anja, that was an excellent talk of yours, and just like you, even I'm obsessed with hair, as you can see. Yeah. So guys, little kids behind me, I feel really sorry for you. I'll try and make this as entertaining as I can. I grew up listening to American folk music, especially Pete Seeger. And there's a song which I really, really cherish even today. We shall overcome, we shall overcome, we shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in our hearts, I do believe we shall overcome someday. This is the music that I grew up with. And then things happened. I did my education, I did my economics, and then wondrous things happened. And suddenly realized that music is something that I love, and it could also become a profession. And then I left my corporate world and I joined as a music director. And amazing things happened, success happened, and probably in this whole journey, the crowning glory was Three Idiots, where I was like, what happened, you know? People were like, there's this one photograph which I want to show you. This was in Nagpur, and have you guys seen the film? Any one of you? Okay. Great. This was Nagpur. This is 2:30 in the afternoon. It's a working day. And the whole team of Three Idiots, including the actor, Amir Khan, the directors, all of us had gone there. It was a multi-city tour to just say thank you to people for making it such a huge success. And this was in the balcony of the movie theater. And the movie owner said that some people want to meet you guys. So we went to meet some people. There were 35,000 people standing out there. And on the corner on the top, that's a flyover. You can see the traffic is stopped there. And they're all coming to see it. Everybody was chanting the song of my lion. All is well, all is well. It was an amazing high. It felt like a rock concert. You know, you were like in the height of your power, and they were all singing, all is well, all is well. And I was so excited, I kept on kicking through my iPhone. So many people, I've never seen so many people looking at me. And then something amazing happened that evening. I got a call from a friend of mine saying, Shantanu, you need to come to Arunachal Pradesh because we need you to see something. And now these friends of mine, they know my love for folk music. They know that I really love folk music in any form, and especially from my country. And what really happened was an amazing story happened immediately after the high that I felt standing in front of so many people. And that story was that this small village in Arunachal Pradesh, which is back and beyond, so from the place where your car stops in that mountainous region, from there it's a 4 days walk to this place. And I'll just show you, this is the place, okay? You know, this place is Ramgloon. This is fairy tale-ish, this is magical. This is far from the world that had just been there 12 hours before. And this is a nomadic musical tribe whose origins have come all the way from Mongolia. And over 400 years, they've finally landed up in Arunachal Pradesh. This is a singing tribe who have for 400 years passed on their music generation to generation. Because nobody goes there, it's rich in flora and fauna. These are the photographs that I took, and I'm an amateur photographer. And I was walking through the forests, and I could see this. So this was something I'd never seen. It was fascinating. But in this magic, there was a story which I want to share with you. And the story is happening in every corner of my country, and I'm sure it's happening in somewhere, in somebody's country in the world. Because it is a nomadic tribe, most of the tribes in India don't have a religion. They don't have to be a Sikh, they don't have to be Hindu, they don't have to be Christian, they don't have to be Muslim. They have their own tribe, which is not acceptable to many of the people. So, one night, few years back, forcibly, this small village was converted to a religion which they understood. The conversion was not the problem, but what the problem was that in 1 second, a history got wiped off. They couldn't sing the songs they sang. They couldn't wear the dresses they wore. They had to adopt something completely new. How does it matter to you and me? It doesn't, because we didn't even know it existed. I was fortunate enough to be there. My mission was that I want to record one song. One song, because otherwise this is going to be wiped off. We will never ever know that a part of my country, a language, a song is getting over, and we wouldn't know. They posed for me, this is late in the evening. They were very, very afraid that this is not what they're supposed to do because it's the traditional attire. And I said that if you don't mind, and can you just do it for one photograph? So they did it. And in the process, because they were musicians in their heart, they started singing. And this is the moments that have shot them singing. They're the traditional attires. Probably this is the last dance that they will dance. They will never dance and sing this song again. The joy will last for a few hours only. They do the local handloom, that's what they do for a living, and do basket weaving. You can see them doing this. They make small potteries like this and make masks. This is not for sale, this is their expression. A unique tribe of my country, which I didn't even know. And I think what shook me up was Shantanu Moitra composes a song for Three Idiots a month back, and there are 35,000 people chanting my song, and a 400-year-old song none of us know. There's a problem out here, and this is a serious problem. How can it be that something which is popular, and just 1 month old, can garner 35,000 people, and something which is 400 years old does not garner anything? I asked them, do you feel like singing? I said, no, there's no one to listen to. And I've attended a few TED Talks, and I've always asked a speaker, can you speak in front of an empty room? We said, no, probably 2 sentences, 3 sentences, that's all. Why? No motivation, no reaction, no faces, no glances, no point of view. Can you imagine? Folk musicians in my country for so many years don't have an audience. So what's happening? It's disappearing as we speak. This is one way to disappear. The other way to disappear is they leave the profession. They said, look, I suffered because there's nobody to listen to me. My son should not become a folk musician. So he becomes a driver, he becomes a cook, he probably learned something for a better livelihood. And of course they should. The problem is there is no documentation what they sang. We say we are a mighty nation. What does it mean? It means culturally we are rich in art, we are rich in culture. What does it mean? It means nothing. And I think one of the reasons why I accepted to speak today here in front of especially the children is that all of us grew up listening to Beatles, Guns N' Roses, Def Leppard, Scorpions. We love them. But it's time to look also to whichever countries you guys are from, to look at your own cultures. They will not be popular. They will not be Rihanna's. But they will have something in them which is poignant and will last for a long time. Because 400 years is a hell of a long time for something to last. A song on the top of the charts does not last more than 2 weeks today. And this thing lasted for 400 years. There must be something in it. You go to these places, you seek out these musicians, you see the places that they're from, you see the flora, the fauna, the culture, the languages, the food. Through music, you learn so much more. And I strongly believe that my generation made a huge mistake. Because especially in my country, when the satellites opened up and the CDs opened up and music opened up, we became crazy and we just ran after the number one song. There's no problem with that, but we forgot the song which was there all over us, all around us. We just forgot that. It's time we picked it up, and you guys, the new generation out there, need to do that. You need to do both. You need to rock and roll, but you also need to cherish, preserve, conserve, and understand the music of your land, because that is what remains. I'll just give you a small example what happens when you record and archive something. Patterns come out. In Lucknow, which is the capital of Uttar Pradesh, they sell jamun. What is jamun called in English? Whatever. It's a fruit. Okay. And the hawker sells singing, Jamun kale kale ya, Jamun kale dekhe koi, Jamun kale kale ya. This is the afternoon, the hawker selling the song. The South African national anthem is, Kosisi galele Africa, Malufaga me swayo fondolo vayo, Iswaya mitanda sovetu, Kosisi galela. I'm not singing both the songs completely, but it's incredible that in terms of composition, both are so identical. It bothered me. Lucknow, South Africa, what's happening? And you realize, 400 years back, there was a huge migration from India. And in that migration, 70% of that migration was from Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow. Now you know, when you put the dots together, that this migration took the music of that land there, and the music of that land and this land converged, and a new song happened. Every song has a story. You just need to listen to them. And I just want to say that I have a recording. Can you play the video? This is the only recorded evidence of this tribe. There's no other recording of this. This is the Ramgloon, one of the most beautiful places I've seen in Arunachal Pradesh. Only 4 people sing this song in this village. Nobody else does. Each of them are suffering from a disease which probably will take their lives in 4 or 5 years, and the song will die with them. This place that I've shot is part of the Silk Route. The Silk Route ends here in Arunachal Pradesh. A lot of history, travelers. The song that they're singing about is I have left my home, I miss my family. This is the Silk Route. But I wish all the good fortune and luck for the new land that I'm going to. It's a song of the journey. This is the Silk Route. That's where I shot this. They did this for me. As I told you that they have changed they've gone to another religion now, so they can't do this. This was one of those clandestine shots that I did without anybody knowing. I just want to say and conclude that I love music. I love songs. I love all kinds of songs. But I think it's important to sometimes look where you are and appreciate the things what are around you rather than looking very far away. In arts, some things will dazzle you, and they're always interesting, they're always great. And I'm part of it. I create stuff so that I can dazzle you. But as the same creator, I can also tell you that you need to look at those roots also. Because without roots, I'm sure Bob Dylan couldn't have sung, "The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind." Thank you.